All right, now let's talk about additional insureds. I'm starting with some entities here and some common questions. These come up a lot as issues on Jones. Additional insureds are people who are included. The protections and benefits of an insurance policy are extended to them when they are included. So you have this often as a requirement. You may see it on a COI, you may see it in an endorsement. I'm having this here. I'm sure we'll share some of this information afterward. I won't read it all to you for time. But this is why it's important to have the correct additional insured. Can you accept differences? In general, small mistakes and changes in entity names do matter in the case of liability. So you want to make sure that whatever you have as your additional insured is pretty close. So the other thing that may come up also, of course, is if you see language like per written contract. This is what we call blanket language for an additional insured. If you see this come up, make sure you have a contract with that vendor, tenant, subcontractor. You should have contracts anyway, but if you do see this language, just make sure you have a contract. If the entity names are listed but not marked as additional insured, not acceptable. We see pretty commonly someone may list out all the entities they're supposed to list out on a COI as additional insureds, but they don't know that they're additionally insured. So it might say something like Margaret Property Management Company and Lou Ownership LLC, but then it doesn't have language around our, included as additional insureds, et cetera, et cetera. So that's something that you never want to let go of. Here's our standard with entities around additional insured. So this is typically what we recommend people, use as standard. This is our standard. But some customers may be a little bit more flexible, less flexible, depending on their internal policies. This is, again, our standard, and we tend to be pretty strict on this. If you do have a claim come up, you want to make sure that what you have on the COI does match what your entity name is, as this is important in that case.